Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Undisputed Combo Podcast. The El Toro Fuerte, Unfound Prodigy, Shadowhaunt Joker. Hey, good morning. And that dude, Colby, he was going to make it, but then, they mentioned something about a mystic mine and the guy ran away.
He had to go. He couldn't play.
Yeah, he was unable to activate any of his effects. Yes, not as good as Joker's joke. Yeah, royal decree. Prodigy, it's good to have you back. How was
Glad to be back.
Yeah, how was your weekend, lads? Did you have some fun? Take some drinks for us?
Oh, definitely. I got a couple of drinks. Went home. I couldn't even keep my eyes open, guys. I shouldn't be saying this on this podcast, but had some Henny, all those other drinks that you can think of, and I went straight to sleep, guys, like a baby.
Sounds like a fun night to me.
I can't complain.
Awesome.
I'm glad to be back.
Yeah, we're glad to have you.
Hey, it's a ghost from the past.
Ghost from the past. I love it. Colby, we miss you. We're looking forward to getting you back next week. Hopefully, maybe one day we'll get all four of us on again. That would be awesome. But
maybe he's out buying that Mystic Mine War Rock deck. Maybe that's why he's not here.
Oh, Mystic Mine War Rock.
He's finally seen the light. He's converted to the dark side.
Holy! All right.
War Rocks for life.
So on the subject of Mystic Mine, real quick, talk about a deck that gets instant hate. Like, as Mystic Mine player myself, like, I've noticed you don't even have to talk crap. You just say I play Mystic Mine and people start hurling insults at you, which is kind of funny. Now I know how the Alistair and Drytron people feel. But yeah, that's crazy. Even Colby last week was like, low IQ players. I'm like, so we got a lot to cover. Let's start off with something. Joker, what's new, man? I know you got something new to share.
Well, first thing I'm going to share is there's a new Nicktoons game coming out where it's like Smash Brothers. It's like Nicktoons All-Star Brawl.
Mm-hmm.
Now, hear me out. They have Helga, Invader Zim, but my main is going to be Nigel Thornberry because I'm going to knock you off the cliff and go smashing every time. Just smash.
This actually sounds like fun.
Yeah, I think Cat Dog is going to be in it too.
Oh,
and if Cat Dog's in it, everybody's sold.
Yeah.
But there's only one other person that everybody's sitting here going, he's in, I'm buying. And that's for the adults. They know it. Rocco from Rocco's Modern Life. Oh, baby, I smash you off the ledge.
This is going to be interesting.
It'll be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I'll play that. I'm horrible at the Smash games, but I'll play that one. So, but I do have a video of me actually beating my son. That was my last ever match. So he whooped me pretty good mostly, but I won the last one, and so it's on record. I retired a champ. Oh, shout outs. We forgot to do shout outs. Prodigy, I know you wanted to shout out a couple people.
Yeah, I just want to shout out two guys, Casually Side Deck Gaming and Skeeter. Two pretty cool guys who always give us a listen, always shout us out on Instagram. Definitely want to shout them out. Say thank you guys for being loyal fans of our podcast.
Skeeter, Common King, pretty good channel, pretty good guy on Instagram. When I say pretty good, I mean awesome. So don't take that the wrong way. I don't have tiers of the way I categorize people. You're all awesome. And so great. Well, thank you, Prodigy. And Casually, a good person, always giving us, shout outs and love, and always giving me a heck of a challenge with that machine deck. So I got to make some time here soon and get a rematch.
I got to do him too.
Yeah, you'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy it. He's got some good creativity in there. Joker, shout outs.
Oh boy, I got a few. First and foremost, Duelian. Thank you, Duelian, at Duelian TV. Also, everybody, he has a Discord. You might want to go on Instagram and get that link. Trust me, it's worth it. That thing is thriving and growing. Now, second one, to the lady at the Yankee Candle store nearby me, because she hooked me up with a special discount for all these. My
Ooh,
favorite candle. Hang
candles.
on. Box is being a little crazy. Boom.
Ooh.
It smells like
Those are expensive too, I could tell.
yeah, but I got this for just $9. The whole thing. It's normally like 18, maybe double that. And she hooked me up with my favorite candle, Black Cherry.
Awesome.
So I'm unofficially speaking for them. And my last shout out is, of course, Tracy Cakes. Hey, hopefully we get to duel soon. Keep up the good work. Oh, crud. I'm forgetting one person. Jinxie. She's a new up-and-comer in the Yu-Gi-Oh scene. She's done a pretty good box opening as of late. I'll gladly just share that out there now. Help her reach her goal, folks.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely.
Right.
I'll check her out. I'll hit you up and let me know, and I'll check out the channel and see what kind of awesome pools she has. I normally shout out Duelian, but thank you, Joker, for doing that. I want to shout out the artist formerly known as motherfucking Mark, the Burial Ground Podcast, who's now using an alternate name, which I won't say. But it also goes by Wrestling Mark. Now, Mark recently went on to AEW in Miami, went up there. Again, I talked about it last week. He approached the ring, didn't attack anybody, didn't do anything, approached the ring.
What
up? Security guard came, try to get him, doing their job. Great job, security. Mark wrestles him, turns around, and this security guy is not no pushover. This is a pretty strong looking guy. Jericho recognizes it, goes to hit him. Mark blocks it, and then they wrestle him, and like 3 people have him down. They end up pulling him out, and then he went on Twitter and just Twitter exploded. Like people were mad, and then like last week I said, don't let the actions of one person ruin your life. Don't let that. I mean, people do run-ins all the time. Is it smart? No, but Mark got your attention.
Crazy.
He got your attention. Right? I mean, his videos went in the thousands of views. He's getting hundreds of views. Subscribers are going up because people, whether you love him or you hate him, they still want to hear what he has to say. So, hey, I find him.
I've been listening.
Yeah. It's all entertainment. Anyways, or is he crazy? We don't know. Mark, we tune into the Burial Ground Podcast to find out.
He ain't crazy.
Yeah.
I agree with him on some of the stuff he said. I'm like, he's right, though.
He's been making me laugh for a while on Twitter. So if you disagree, that's okay. You can disagree. That's your right. Don't let what I have to say ruin your day either. All right. Anyways, thank you, Wrestling Mark. Shout out to Rust the Afterworld. Yes, the role-playing game that I've been talking about, the one that Wizards of the Coast plagiarized. I know they're trying to work out that on the side with their legal team. I hope it all works out, but they are coming up with a new Kickstarter in a few weeks, and you better believe I'm going to be a part of that. I'm going to take my opportunity to get that game and check it out because it's been really awesome. So Rust the Afterworld on Instagram, check them out. Check out they did a pre-launch or something like that on their Kickstarter where if you register, I think you're qualified to get a promo card when you purchase the game. I'm not too sure the details, but check them out. Don't miss Rust the Afterworld. I noticed recently where the Yu-Gi-Oh on Instagram posted the Bandai Cup Set. They have Dragon, Capture Jar, and Pot of Riches.
Ooh.
Joker, what are your thoughts, man? This is only available in Japan, from what I understand, and I think they put 6,050 yen, which I don't know what that translates to. It's like I think somebody put $55.
Like $60.
Yeah. You need help, bro? They're cool looking. You already know where I'm going with this. It's gonna be scalped to hell. Nobody's gonna get it. The price is gonna go up crazy. Joker.
Definitely.
Yeah, you need money. You need lots of money.
I'm not saying don't buy it. I'm not saying to buy it. I'm just saying I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm not buying that. Just no, y'all got this.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, if I want Dragon Capture Jar, I'll just go to my bank teller and let them say, "Nah, you're declined." That's my Dragon Capture Jar. I ain't gonna be grabbing no dragons when they around there, am I? And that's continuous.
Pot of riches. Yeah.
Just
Yeah. I mean, Prodigy, I mean, you saw the picture. I mean, they look okay, but I mean,
it looks cool to me. I like the Dragon Capture jar. If I were to get it, I'm not gonna get it. But if I were to get it, that's the one I would be getting. I
yeah.
mean, that one is pretty cool.
Yeah. And I know they had a pot of greed a while back, but I anticipate that that these will be bought up almost instantly the moment they go on sale. I know remember the the big statues that they were going to make of the Egyptian gods that were like $200 plus each. Do you remember those? So
How can I forget?
I was on a couple of websites recently and I looked at them. They're all sold out. Pre-orders are gone. Like literally, I went to 3 different websites looking for those things and they're all, not that I was going to buy them, but just out of curiosity, and they're all sold out. So you can imagine these jars are going to get bought out like crazy. People are going to want to show them off on their channel, do a flex, and that's cool if you do. Nothing wrong with that. So anyhow, check those out. They're cool. If you can get them, awesome. If you can't, welcome to the club. All right.
Monster Club.
Ooh, yes. Welcome to my club, Monster Club. So many cool cards. Wish and want badly, baby. Yeah. We'll talk about that a little bit later. That's one of my favorite games, though. Burst of Destiny. They gave us a little clue of some cards here. Now, one of them, of course, Mutering. That card to me just sounds brutal, man. And it's after reading the actual effects, makes me sad a little bit because they're coming after what? Mystic Mine. Joker, talk to me about your thoughts real quick. I mean, cool card.
It's like they're taking the meta and neutering it. So they just put it together and made it neutering. And it's like, well, what do? We're going to neuter the meta. We're going to neuter the anti-meta. Heck, we're going to neuter the ban list. What? Muter.
Yeah.
But we can't say we are. And what if they get mad at us? Then we do this. We say, you need...
Get good, son. Or
you know they're going to do that.
Yep.
You know
or you need money.
That.
You need money. They're going to hype other cards up. So I'm going to read the card real quick. Mutering, level 4, Earth, Cyburst, the effect. You can only use one effect with this card's name only once per turn. First one, if a field spell is activated, you can special summon this card from your hand. Then if face-up cards are in both players' field zone, this card cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects this turn. Second effect, negate the effects of any face-up card in your opponent's field zone during your turn. Also negate the effects of any face-up card in your field zone during your opponent's turn. Interesting.
Wait a minute.
A ruling nightmare. I can only imagine when this comes out with all the confusion and everything. Prodigy, what do you think?
I think this is going to be a pretty good card because I know people will just play it just to play it just because of Mystic Mind players.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, it's like a solution to something that's already been solved, in my opinion. I mean, that's why these cards, MST, Cosmic Cyclone, and all the other cards out there. I mean, I'm not the best Yu-Gi-Oh player. I don't play competitively, but there is a side deck, and that's the card. That's where you would put your cards in, Yep. So if your opponent plays Mystic Mind, next game, hey, put in a Cosmic Cyclone. I don't know for Mutering, but I guess for the Simon Great players, shout outs to Kobe. I think they're they're gonna love this card because it's just like an extra special summon just to get into their link. So it's a cool card, cute card, but I don't think it's that serious.
Yeah, and what cracks me up, there's always anytime a card is announced, or even Mystic Mind is brought up, everybody has a solution, right? I mean, when I posted those videos on Instagram, everybody had Lightning Storm. Oh, I do this, I do that. Oh, why don't you side one of these, new one of these? Before you know it, if you listen to everybody, you got all these cards in your deck. Does not look. You're prepared for Mystic Mind, but Is that even, it kind of goes back to what I was talking about when people customize their deck. If I know I'm going to play Joker tonight 1-on-1 and I know what deck he's using, and I go and customize a deck just to beat his deck, that's kind of cheating in a way. That's kind of silly. But that's what cracks me up about this. It's like, okay, Mutering, cool card. If I run Mystic Mind, well, I'll just side in Compulsory Evacuation Device. Whatever. You know what I mean?
Right?
Wait, what's his attack again?
1,400 attack, 1,100 defense.
Oh, my goodness. I think I might have a way to get rid of that. I'm going to have to look at that later.
It's only for that turn. So even if you play it, if there's no outs in your hands for Mystic Mind, then you're pretty much stuck. It's a dead card, so it's like you got to know what you're doing. Make sure you're deck.
It'll be fun. It'll be cool. I mean, some people use it, and I'm sure there'll be a huge. I mean, that's all you see right now in the comments. Oh, Mystic Mind's dead. Mystic Minds are already dead, guys. I mean, realistically, it's not a threat in the meta scene. Just because it did good in a tournament a while back doesn't necessarily mean it's going to top anything. I use it just because I want to piss people off. That's all.
Still haven't ran against the deck that actually used it consistently.
Yeah. I mean, it's Mystic Mind is, people know how to beat it. People hate it. They complain. I mean, look at Colby.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep using Colby as an example. Sorry, Colby. But, the thought of Mystic Mind just sets people on fire. I mean, even on Twitter, somebody was showed a picture of, I think I just shared it with you guys, shared a picture of a card and said, what card deserves this besides Mystic Mind? Hey, stop the hate.
Invoke Alistair.
Yeah, right? Several cards that we can put in there, but not Mystic Mind. I mean, it's just a little field spell. Come on. If you guys got everybody's got the solutions, right? What is it? Side deck, Lightning Storm, Harpy's Feather Duster, Mystical Space Typhoon, Cosmic Cycle. We can make a song about this, and just list all the cards that everybody supposedly throws in. I always love when people mention a card and everybody has a solution and they pick these random cards that nobody really uses, but yeah, I don't know. I find it funny. Anyways, Mutering is going to neuter Mystic Mind. We'll see.
Not really.
Yeah.
Hey.
Cool card, though. Cool little kitty cat.
Man, I'm going to actually save it because what I got to say about a card that's coming out, I want to be like, hey, Colby, look what I get. I get another trap card, and it's generic, so everybody's going to use it.
Nice.
So I'm gonna save it for him.
You'll save yours. Well, yeah. I gotta shout out my evil twins. I gotta say, I can't say it for another episode because that card is just amazing, man. That boss monster, beautiful. I think Link 4, 3,300 attack. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. And plus, you could just get it out with one card. I mean, it's amazing, guys. Yeah. One card combo up to Link 4.
There was I liked it. I like it. I like the fact that Evil Twins are getting some more support. There was also a trap card. I can't remember. We were discussing it. That's in a future set where it was kind of generic, but it actually may help the Evil Twins, the Link monsters, when they're on the field. I had like a discard effect.
Really? I haven't seen that one. I gotta look that up.
Yeah, we'll talk about it next week, but not to get too far on that. But all right, well, and then next on the list we've got Brothers of Legend pre-order, the Kuribo set with all these cute little fuzzy monsters. Joker, talk to me.
Question: it's called Brothers of Legend, right?
Brothers of Legend.
I know. How are you gonna make Brothers of Legend? There's only like maybe 4 or 5 Yu-Gi-Oh protagonists and whatnot that actually had siblings.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have a set of Mokuba, Heart, Cyrus Truth deck. Sorry. Can you imagine the Yu-Gi-Oh card for Mokuba, Blackthorn?
Oh man,
Mokuba. Yeah. It's already getting hype. So if you plan on getting it, like I told you, I try to give decent advice to the best of my ability. Sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong, but pre-order it. Take advantage of pre-order pricing. $59.99 is usually what most of these sellers will come out with on Instagram. Take advantage of that. Take advantage of it, because as soon as it gets, it'll be, oh, this set's coming out great, nostalgia Karibo. Oh my god, I can't. Oh, set's trash, and then oh my god, it's overhyped. You got to buy these cards. You got to get this set. Before you know it, you're paying $80, $100 for a box. Who knows where this is going to go? Is it going to be this year's because it's Brothers of Legend? Maybe we won't get a Battles of Legend. Maybe, I mean, that's kind of my thoughts. But those sets are usually fun. But I don't know. Prodigy, what do you think?
I think it's gonna be a cool set. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna get a box. Might get the singles just because. But Karibo is another nostalgia beat. But I think because it's gonna be replacing Battles of Legends, I believe. But I don't know if all the cards are gonna be holographic. I hope they are. If they are, then that might incline me to get a box.
Usually,
Maybe.
yeah, in the Battles of Legend, they're usually all ultra rares, aren't they? With the exception of secret rares, like the chase cards are secret rares.
I think so. What was the Battles of Legends with the Thousand Dragon? Were the cards holographic? I can't. Oh, they were
Oh, yeah.
holographic. I think they were
Yeah.
Legend
holographic. So yeah,
Armageddon.
yeah, they were holographic. So that's a plus. So I might get a box just because of that, just to have.
Nice
Everybody likes shiny cardboard.
investment. Do it as an investment. Don't open it. Just keep it and watch it go up.
Just keep it closed.
I'm just gonna
use
buy
my
two.
affiliate
that's
link.
what happened to Armageddon. That's what happened to Armageddon. And that card, what did Armageddon have in it to make it so expensive? Besides Thousand
1K Dragon. I mean,
Yeah,
10K Dragon
the
and
10,000.
Astral Utopia.
Yep, those two.
But everything else was just like okay, right? Because I remember
The
it had
closest thing was
appliances.
$36.
It had a lot of mediocre cards, but they were nice looking. I mean,
Yeah, they were nice looking.
Appliancers were in there, right? If I'm not
Appliances,
mistaken.
yeah.
Yeah, those are cool looking cards.
Appliances. Shit. Some people love them.
Yeah, I mean, to each their own. I mean, I love Sun Avalon.
All right.
Yeah, take a wild guess how much that box of Armageddon costs.
Uh-oh. What's it going for now?
$278.
Woo! Man.
Oh, but as far as I might need to buy it anyways because, as you can see,
nice.
And just because there's going to be some Kuribos.
Look at that.
I see them.
Yeah, that's cool. Get your
I think I still have my Avid calendar sealed. That's one thing I never opened, and I think it's going up in price also.
Everything.
I got a first edition Toon Chaos box unopened.
Nice. Yeah, everything's going up. It's almost like if you're a collector, you might want to just buy a box or whatever. I mean, if you can afford a case and just keep it, just stash it away somewhere, make sure the weather can't bother it, and then buy some singles that you're going to use to play with if you're going to be an investor, because the way things are going, it's going to sell no matter what. I know we've talked about it in the past. I don't think it's a good way to invest your money, but if you insist, do it. Try it. Do what works for you. I'm never going to tell anybody how to use their money, what to do with their money, but to each their own. Brothers of Legend looks cool. Cute little Karibo monsters. I may buy a couple of cards. We'll see as it gets closer. I've started limiting myself. Like I did not buy anything from this last set. King's Court, I didn't buy any packs. Have not bought any singles. There's just nothing that really interests me, to be honest, with it. Which leads us to our next topic: King's Court. The prices, holy crap! I gotta admire what Konami did. Again, took advantage of all you nostalgia people out there, you god collectors, the Egyptian god collectors. So the Secret Pharaoh's Rare, insane. Slifer, $647 is the cheapest available right now on TCG Player. Raw, $450.
Wow.
Obelisk, $396. Then Konami went and they said, well, let's give everybody the ultra rares too. Now you look at Obelisk, $99, Slifer, $105, Raw, $85.
Ooh, Konami.
Yeah. You know,
Konami.
Again, people can collect them, be excited, but I don't know. I don't even know what to say anymore about that. I mean, you guys just spend your money how you want, and I'll spend my money how I want, and woo, or not spend it. But I was excited about the lightning storms and the collector rare. I don't even know what that's at. I think it's probably easily close to 200, if not in that range. Joker, you might know.
Boy,
Yeah, yeah. No, the lightning
just
storm,
saying.
the ultra rare is down to 39 right now, which is
Oh,
not
that's not
bad.
bad at all.
Yeah, considering when it
Yeah.
came out, it was what I think people were asking like 65 and 55. So now it's 39. It would be nice if it went down a little bit more, maybe down into the 20s. I don't see that happening personally, but you never know.
These 15s, guys.
Evenly match
15s.
drop
Pray.
repeatedly.
True. Yeah,
And Infinite Impermanence dropped a couple of times. So
Yeah.
it could.
It may. We'll see. Hopefully it does. I wouldn't mind picking up a third copy, but I'm not paying that much money for it personally. If you do, great, get your copies. Now, what I find funny is, I when I mention sets and I mention Konami, how they short print certain things, and I literally did watch a couple of videos about with people opening these, and they did not have very good pulls for Lightning Storm. And then you have other people who are messaging me saying, "Ha ha, you were wrong. You did. I seen somebody pull this much, and I pulled it." Like, guys, I'm just going by what I see. You can try your hardest to
Yeah.
prove me wrong and make fun of me, whatever it is. I don't care. I'm just going by what I see. I'm going to actual facts. If you pull more, great job. Congratulations. If you see other people pull more, awesome. Doesn't bother me, guys. Really. If you pull, I'm happy for you guys. I'm not against. That's why I laugh when I see these messages or these comments. Like, I'm not against you guys pulling stuff. I'm against Konami short printing stuff. So if you beat the odds, congratulations. I'm happy for you. I want collectors. I want gamers and even the honest sellers. I want you guys to pull this stuff. I want it to be available. Joker, we talked earlier about the rumors about Lightning Storm becoming a common. I don't see it happening. That would require Konami to do the right thing by the players. A common in a structure deck would be unbelievable. I just wake me up when it happens,
Hang on. I got to sound like certain other people right quick. Well, economically speaking, it would actually do us a lot good, but at the same time, it would backfire because if it became a common, whatever set it was in, the scalpers would buy it in droves. You will see them investing into the Yu-Gi-Oh market. But at the same time, I'm just going to say it. If you do it, do not be buying thousands of dollars worth of structure decks just for a common. Y'all did that with the Egyptian God deck, and all of a sudden you're like, wait, this card's only worth $5, and I just bought a $10 deck for a $5 card. The Egyptian gods just got reprinted in that. I'm negating 5. Oh, God, shoot me. The wife's going to kill me.
Yeah.
Hey, that's your fault.
Yep.
I'm just saying that there's a time to buy and a time to invest. And on a structure deck, unless you're trying to get maybe like 10, 20, after that, leave them alone. Let them sit. But if you got hundreds of them sitting somewhere, you got to look at putting them away, storing them safely, and then you got to constantly watch the market. Mm-hmm. And don't just wait until it's like, oh, it went from $10 to $20. Sell them. No, you got to literally wait until it says, okay, the deck's $45. I'll sell some now. But even then, it's like, who's buying?
That's a great question. And that is the biggest question is who's buying? Yeah, they may sell from time to time. People want to have it as a collectible, but eventually, and again, I could be wrong, so whatever. But eventually I see the market just getting saturated with specific types. Okay, you see one guy go buy thousands of dollars worth of them as an investment, people are going to mimic that. They're going to go do it and say, "Oh, I'm going to do that too." And then before you know it, a year later, 2 years later, it's saturated, and really that's going to hurt the actual value, which is kind of what I hope happens with Lightning Storm. I hope that all these people who are now pulling them sell them, and I hope that the market is saturated with so many Lightning Storms that it drives the price down. That would be cool, right, Prodigy?
Definitely. That's exactly I want to see. I want to see Lightning Storm in the $10-15 range. That's when Konami can give me a call, or whoever is selling these cards will give you a call. Because $40, it's kind of too expensive for me on my end. But I gotta give credit to Konami though for King's Court. When I first saw this set, I was like, nostalgia bait, Lightning Storm. But I was wrong. It was nostalgia bait plus God nostalgia bait plus Lightning Storm. I mean, I did not see the light on the God cards coming at all, and I thought people weren't going to be into it. They've been reprinted like 100 times, guys. 100 times, 15 different artworks. But hey, I mean, the prices you said, even I'm surprised. I didn't even look at the prices on Market Watch, and I'm just surprised. $600 for Raw? That's wow.
It's insane.
I mean,
I did not see that coming at all. It's kind of cool if you pulled them. Great, congratulations.
Yeah,
Again,
definitely.
no bad vibes here for me, guys. I'm not wishing anything bad on any of you. So if you misinterpret it, that's your own fault.
I just like how
I mean,
out of all the Egyptian gods, Obelisk is the lowest.
Right?
He's actually the most playable, and he's the lowest.
hey,
Somewhere Kaiba's like, I'm gonna rip every last other Egyptian god off the face of the earth so that y'all recognize Obelisk the Tormentor. It's like Obelisk the Tormentor became the mystic mind of the Egyptian gods.
I'm surprised too. I thought a Kyber card would do better, to be honest. But I guess Raw is just. I mean, what is it?
Raw
It's my friend
Rescue.
Raw. People just love Raw, man. They love their Yugi cards. Hey,
Slapper ain't slacking.
Yeah. It's amazing how these prices go and the markets go. And again, if you guys are pulling them, great. I'm happy for you. Don't misinterpret.
definitely.
So, if you still want to message me and talk crap, go ahead. I'll just laugh at you. Anyway, so thank you guys
I'm just being funny, so
yeah.
I'm just being funny.
So let's talk about one other thing here. The Barrel Dragon Lost Art card. This thing looks cool. I think what they're saying is you got to spend $30 at a OTS store, $30 or more, and you get the option of picking one of those up.
Yeah, $30, man. I think I'm gonna have to give somebody $30 just to get that card, guys. I mean, it looks
nice.
cool.
It's nice. What we should have gotten. I mean, the original one that we got was nice, but this one's pretty cool. I wouldn't mind getting it as a collector. I don't know what the heck I'd buy for $30 at an OTS store to get it, but again, it brings up another question: how hyped are people for this card? How much nostalgia is behind it? Because then you will still have your OTS stores who will scalp it. Mystic Mind Show.
Oh, that's true too. Wait, that's the one where you have to flip the coins, right? Barrel Dragon.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I loved that card back in the day. So, Joker, I know you wanted to say something.
I want that card.
Yeah.
It's like, I just want one. I'll gladly try to trade somebody for it. Like, hey, let me get the barrel. Let me get the barrel dragon. Come on now.
Yeah.
I might even trade you a Mystic Mine or two.
Oh, man. How about somewhere out there, Colby's smiling right now. But hey,
somewhere Colby's looking at us like, ooh, I'm gonna get them for that.
Yeah.
All right.
If he figures out a way to destroy Mystic Mind, then we can see him again. But right now, he's stuck.
There you go, Colby. I held it up for you.
Oh, Colby's little cute monster there. Unaffected beat stick. I like the way Colby
distributed
it. Yeah. All right. So yes, if you have an opportunity, get it. Hopefully your store hopefully doesn't get too much hype. I haven't seen too many people talking about it yet. So we'll see. Awesome. If you get it, great. Congratulations. If you don't want it, don't care. Cool. Leave some for us, right? Because we want to get some. All right.
Definitely.
Let's move on. One of the things I've noticed, guys, is on Twitter and other places, obviously tournaments are coming back. People are winning. But they're not gracious winners. They're getting a little cocky to the point where even their followers are calling them out in the comments below their tweet or their posts. And now I'm going to be honest, when I used to duel competitively, I was really good and I was a little cocky, but I was never that cocky where I was intentionally like, hurling insults and talking down to people. I was cocky in that I knew I could win, but I also knew that anybody can beat me as well. And when I lost, I was humble. When I won, I was humble as well. So I think in the terms of, being a good sport, how it affects players who are up and coming, who may want to get into the game. They see these people acting like this, and they might eventually they're going to mimic it, or it might turn them off. Ooh, I don't want, because most gamers are introverts, very shy, at least from what I've seen.
Yeah.
I don't know what Prodigy. What do you think about obviously this kind of behavior? And I don't want to say it's bad, but it does discourage certain players, and it can encourage others to mimic it, and really just cause a somewhat toxic environment. What are your thoughts?
I am on the side of encouragement. I'd say that it's cool that you went out there, you spent your money on Konami, you got your cards together, you learned the game, and you won a tournament. That's pretty awesome. It's an achievement in itself because not everybody gets a chance to do it. Not everybody has the opportunity to go out to their locals or whatever to go win a tournament. You got to bask in your winnings because
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't cheap. You did not go to the tournament with a $20 deck. I'm guaranteeing you that right now.
Yeah,
You spent money.
yeah,
Um, but then there's a point where your your joy in winning becomes should I say like braggadocious? Is that like the right term for this podcast? Like you're just doing too much at a point. Like
yeah, yeah,
it's like you're wearing that gold medal you got at Little League, and you're 25 still. You're like, yeah, I won that tournament 20 years ago. Like look at my gold medal. It's like one of those kind of
yeah.
things. You don't want to do that. You want to say you won that tournament? Cool, enjoy it.
And I'm
Like
with you.
cool, we're gonna congratulate you, but yeah, we're gonna congratulate you. But you did your thing.
Eh,
Great.
Yeah,
Don't put it in my face though.
I whooped my family's butt at Monopoly the other night. It's like I'm not gonna start trash talking them, whatever, because I know next game they're gonna gang up on me and put me out of business as soon as they can. But I think that
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, be humble. You win. Yeah, be proud. I mean, if you bought a Drytron deck, you're spending almost $1,000, competitive to play. Great. Be proud that you won. Be proud that you overcame some other tough duels. I'm sure you did. Whatever deck you're using. But at the end of the day, it is as easy as you want it. Next format, something gets banned. You're spending. Are you going to go spend $1,000 on the latest and greatest deck? You might. You might not. And you might not win anything.
Definitely.
Again, kudos. You put the skill in. You won. But chill out. It's a card game. I'm not gonna say it's a children's card game because we already know that. We already talked about that. But in the grand scheme of
Yeah.
things, it's a game. It's a game. Joker.
Well, on the one hand, yeah, because I won 2 Digimon tournaments, I do brag about it. Like I showed photos of me with the packs and everything.
We're not talking about you.
I know. I just want to say, yeah, it's okay to take a
Yeah.
photo, be like, yeah, I
Yeah.
won, but
Definitely.
it is not okay for people to go, yeah, I won. Everybody else was trash. They're garbage. They can't handle this deck. I mean, I spent $2,000 on it. I'm supposed to win naturally. So that, no. I've actually won tournaments where my deck only cost $80. Literally.
Yeah.
I've actually won a tournament with an $80 deck. The Digimon deck that I got is actually only 65. Yeah.
Oh.
And it's going up against decks that are like $400 and up. The fact that
Nice.
it's winning, people are like, whoa. So that's fine. Now, some of these other people that I see on Twitter or whatever, some of them, they're bragging about their wins, and I'm like, okay, cool.
Mhm.
But then there's like a select few that when they brag, it's like, okay, but you played against this many people and you're flexing on these other decks. At the same time, you played against what type of people again? I saw one where this guy said he played against this teenage noob who didn't know how to run a deck. I'm like, aren't you like 40? The guy just got into Yu-Gi-Oh! And you're bragging that you beat him so badly that he decided to quit Yu-Gi-Oh! And sold his cards. That's not good for the game. You're alienating people.
Exactly. Thank you. And again, if you're listening to this, you're watching it. I'm not saying it's wrong to be happy and proud that you won. There's nothing wrong. I won a tournament. Awesome. Congratulations. I won my set. I've won 10 tournaments in a row. Awesome. But when you start saying, I won a tournament, bitches, or start throwing language like that, I've kicked everybody's ass, everybody sucked, I see that on Twitter. I see that people will add that little oomph in there. Again, it gets attention from some of their followers, but it also discourages a lot of people. It creates a toxic environment. Yeah. And what I used to do when I played sports growing up as a kid, and one of the things, I had a lot of good coaches, and they would get happy is they will pretend like you've done it before, because you have. You score a touchdown, be happy your team scored, but there's one touchdown in the game where you might still lose. Again, basketball, you hit a 3-pointer, make a good shot, whatever it is, whatever sport you're playing, act like you've been there before. That's all I'm saying. Even, I mean, again, maybe you haven't, maybe you have no competitive experience, and this is your first time, and you're excited, and you're really good. Still, relax. Prodigy.
I mean, yeah, same here. I'd say, enjoy your winnings, guys. We're not saying that it's wrong to win. We're definitely not saying that. Enjoy your winnings, show off a little bit. I can't blame you. But then there's a point where, you just gotta curve it a little bit. But we can't tell you how to act. That's not what this podcast is for. But
Right.
just try to keep it in a good fashion where your winning inspires people to play instead of alienating them.
Yeah.
I'd say,
Yeah.
like, so you can do it too. Like, put a nice comment in there, like, if I can do it, you can do it too. Like one of those, like, motivational comments. Hey, bring more people to the game, benefit the whole game in total.
Great point. And yeah, again, I like what you said about that. Again, guys, don't take this the wrong way. I'm not saying it's bad. If you win, you shouldn't be happy, you shouldn't be excited, and tell the world. If you want to tweet it, great, tweet it. If you want to Instagram it, whatever, YouTube, this is the deck I use, this is how I won, I beat this many people. If you beat one person, two person, 5 people, 10, 20, 30, whatever it is, doesn't matter. Great, congratulations. But the fact where you're throwing in a little bit of extra verbiage in there, it may be as a joke to get a reaction, that's great, but just keep in mind, especially if you're maybe on a bigger platform, how you affect others who might want to play the game. Again, like Prodigy said, we're not telling you how to act. We'll never do that, because you're going to act how you want to act. We're just making some suggestions. That's all it is. Joker, you look like you got something on your mind.
I just want to say, like y'all said, it's all in good fun. We're not telling you how to be. Me, after a certain point, if I get overhyped and I'm like, yeah, screw you, I beat you. It's like, at a certain point, I'm like, okay, look, good game. Let me just calm down. It's the height of the moment. I get it. Sometimes we get that. But at the same time, we can't just go overblown and then all of a sudden we're alienating people and going, well, why doesn't anyone want to play Yu-Gi-Oh? Why is it dying? Maybe it's because of the player base.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I mean, we all have our own toxic player base in every game. There's no trading card game that's squeaky clean.
Right.
So there's that. But at the same time, at my locals, Flipside Gaming in Clifton Park, I'm pretending to be low tier god, so to speak, just so that I can get people to actually want to play. they hear me doing a little rant about how good I am, and they'll be like, "Hey, this guy's talking some serious smack. Where does he play at?" Clifton Park's Flipside Gaming. So now they know. They'll go over there and be like, "Hey, I heard you were talking mess about you being good in Digimon." All right, you got to play me in the tournament, though. That way we get some more people playing this tournament. I mean, it's a win-win.
I like that. I like the way you did that because, you want to throw out some challenges. You can do it without upsetting people. You can, throw out a little bit of smoke there. Yeah, I won the last 2 tournaments, with ease. You can say, I mean, that's fine. Say stuff like, but if you start talking down on people, start throwing a little bit of extra cuss words, whatever it is, then you're just really going to make people mad. Again, act how you want to act. But I like Joker's idea, again, of using that and then inviting more people to say, okay, you want to play me? Well, let's go enter the tournament, and you'll get your chance, you'll get your crack. I like that because that encourages, again, more people to participate in the game. And awesome.
Yeah, it's just an act. Everybody's in on it, so they know I'm just doing it just to be me. But at the same time, everybody in the tournament knows he's not really like that. He was just trying to get you to like jump in the tournament and spread the word that, hey, this guy's been winning here. Come play here where we do the tournaments. That's all.
Yeah. It's a great way to market it and great way to gain.
So it's just harmless fun on my end.
Yeah.
Definitely. And I want to say, people, enjoy your small winnings. If you go in a tournament and you win one match, that's your first match ever, celebrate it. I mean, like, post it on Twitter. That's the first match I ever won. Even if you didn't win the tournament, hey, man, one match is, like, amazing. Like, especially me. I've
1-9.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'll take it. I mean, sometimes it's about the fun, like just being there. People that play your hobby is like the goal. Like that's where the enjoyment's at. I mean, extra packs would have hurt. Yeah.
You're talking about fun.
Celebrate hitting with a Mystic Mine.
Hey,
I mean, listen, Mystic Mine can go this way, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you destroy a Mystic Mine in a tournament, I want you to get up and like celebrate and act like you just won like $1 million. Be like, yeah, Mystic Mine, something like that. I would just rub it in. I dare you to.
Nah, I'm straight.
Joker straight. No, that was a good point, Prodigy. And I like your guys' points of views on that. So that's, again, just enjoy your winnings, whether you win one, you win one and lose 5, whatever your record is, enjoy it, have fun. That's what the game's supposed to be about. I see all these people talking about how depressed they are playing Yu-Gi-Oh, how they're going to take a break because they're trying to keep up with others, whether, whatever it is. Guys, play the game the way you want to play it. Go on social media, do it your way. Don't try and compete with others. Don't try and compare yourself with other creators or other gamers. Move at your own progress. That, because otherwise, what are you doing? It sucks the fun out. No wonder you're depressed about the game, or no wonder you want to quit, or whatever. You have a negative outlook on it. Do it your way. I decided I wanted to make people mad, so I decided I'm going to play Mystic Mine. Now, do I have other decks? Yes, I have an Amazement Eldritch deck too. Haha. Have fun. Play casual. Play competitive. Do what you want. Have fun. Don't be a jerk. We'll end it at that. All right. So, guys, I have a very interesting story here that Skeeter the Common King had sent me. And I watched the video. I couldn't find a lot about it, but talking with Skeeter, apparently there was, I have not found any actual articles or anything talk about it, but there was a mention of it in this video. There was a duelist who was playing in a remote duel tournament, and one of the opponents called the judge over to look at his card. It ended up being a proxy card. Come to find out, the duelist confessed and said, well, my whole deck's proxy. Now, this duelist was winning. He was kicking everybody's butt. So I want to talk about a lot of things with this subject, but I'm going to let you guys start. I'm going to let Joker. I want to hear your thoughts on that scenario, because I'm sure it happens more often than not. What about proxy cards as a whole? I mean, some of them are really, really good.
Yeah, about that. Some tournaments, they'll allow it, like some locals will allow it, because some people can't afford the card and it's very expensive, or the card isn't out yet.
Mhm.
So they have a little leeway on that. But then there's some tournaments, like big tournaments, where if you don't have the legal card, then that's auto DQ and you're out.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, on the one hand, I see why it's okay, because who can afford like some $150 card, or when Lightning Storm was initially out, who could really afford it? I get that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if people are just using proxy cards, the Yu-Gi-Oh market as a standstill and plus resale value, people would rather just make up proxy cards, or they might try to spoof the effect, and it's not really that, and it'll cause people to cheat. Because then it's like, well, I only run proxies. So they could add something to it, like where Ash Blossom has its effect, then it'll be like, during the end phase of the turn, the card was sent to the graveyard, added back to hand, but if you discard it again, it's banished instead. They could add that to it. But if everybody's playing proxies, they could have that in their effect, and your opponent could have Ash Blossom where it says, if you do that, then at the end phase when the card was discarded, banish it, draw a card. Then you'd be like, wait, how come yours is different from mine? I'm using a proxy. Which proxy is the legit proxy? So that caused a lot of problems and rulings. Money-wise, no one's going to want to buy the actual cards. They'll just print out proxies. So now card prices would literally drop, except for like the random collector who wants to just get that quick Starlight for like $5. Not saying. But to me, it's one of those things where it's like, it depends on where you are. Mm-hmm. If your locals allows it, and it's a legit proxy where it has the same effect and everything, it just isn't the real card, then as long as it's not hurting anybody, fine. But if it's a big tournament, nah, they ain't letting that slide.
Right.
You messing with Konami's money.
Yep. Right. Well, thank you. Prodigy, what are your thoughts on
I mean, Joker kind of covered most of it, but you got to pay your Konami dues, guys. If you're gonna bring your proxies to the tournaments, I think you're expecting the worst. Please, I mean, there's players out there that can tell a proxy from a mile away. They've handled so many cards, they can tell when it looks kind of thin. It looks like a printout. So I mean, I'd say if you're gonna do it, be careful and get ready to rue the day where they kick you out the tournament, because you're not walking away with any prizes, guys. But casually, I'm on the same page as Joker. I'd say, like, if you're with your friends and you guys are like, hey, I have a proxy, is this okay? And the other guy says it's okay, then fine, it's whatever. As long as, like, I didn't even think about the effects. I'm hoping it's the right effects. I'm hoping.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised.
I did not even think about that, because even the art could be different, but it could be the same card. But it's whatever. Yeah, as long as it's cool with the players that's playing, it's all good. But officially sanctioned tournaments, I'm gonna have to break it to you. If you can't afford that $300 card, you're gonna have to find a different deck, guys.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to find a different deck.
And I like your point about playing with friends. That they'll be okay with it until you start whooping their butts, and they get upset. And then they're going to tell you they can't use proxies anymore. But and so my points I want to bring up, obviously, remote dueling cheating. I mean, it's in the rule book. You have to use the official cards, whatever. And I've heard some wacky stories about people bringing like beat up cards and the judge saying you can't use it, which to me is just ridiculous. I'm sorry, that's so stupid. If you got a beat up card, you can't afford a new one, clean it, you can still read it and see the card, you should be allowed to use it. Again, that's not every tournament, but proxies at an official tournament, you can't do it. You'll get disqualified. Now if you get away with it, cool, great. Now the bigger issue I see here, like Prodigy said, is you have really good players who can be really good at this game and they want to play it, but they cannot afford it. That's a problem, right? I mean, you're limiting your player base. You're limiting people who want to enjoy the game at a competitive level because they can't afford it. Sucks to be them. Yeah, it does. But at the same time, the damn game's too expensive. I'm sorry. These proxy cards on I see on Etsy are beautiful. Like they are very, very, very like hard to distinguish from the pictures. Now, that may be a problem too. You may look at the picture on the internet and see this beautiful card that looks perfect, and you get it, and you're like, "Oh, that does not look how it did on the picture." I don't know.
On the picture.
Yeah, but I used to use proxies with my buddy. We would duel on the kitchen table. We'd hang out, and if I needed an extra card or whatever it is, I would make a photocopy on my color printer and cut it out and then slide it in over the other card, and we would use it. But then once I'd start winning, he would get mad, and yeah, I'd have to stop using those. So it works for a while until people get mad. But again, the cheating, I'm sure that's not the only cheating. But if you guys get a chance, go to Etsy and look up proxy Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and you'll find a lot of the Oricas. I don't know how to pronounce it. Orica. Those are amazing.
Yeah, I think it's Orica.
Orica, thank you. And those are amazing looking, but the proxies on there are just phenomenal. What is it? Magician Soul, Lightning Storm, all the expensive cards are on there. You can find them as they get printed, and they're like $12. That's pretty cool. Like, I honestly wouldn't mind getting some proxies just for if I started doing profiles again, online, profiles.
Oh yeah.
That's
a good way to get proxies. Good use.
Yeah, and I again, if I dual casuals, I mean, I have some people that I've talked to that say, "Oh, I would never do that. I would never stoop so low to use proxies." Like, it's not stooping low. Relax. It's a casual duel. Chill out. My opinion. But again, if you're going to be in a tournament,
definitely,
you want to follow the rules, because what if you end up winning and then you get very far and then all of a sudden they say, "Oh, you got a proxy, you get disqualified, you just hurt yourself." It sucks.
Hit the whole tournament now.
Yeah. Just do everything for a loop there. So, but again, my biggest thing is there are so many talented players out there who love the game, want to play it, they just can't afford it. Joker, what do you think, man? How do we fix that?
Oh,
we don't.
Oh Lord.
I don't even think we can by this time.
No.
There is one thing that we can do to fix it. The thing is, if I say it, a lot of people in the market watch are going to look at me like, shut up. So I'm just going to say it. If I get hate, it's fine. What we need to do is something that they were doing in the past, but they just cut it out. We need special editions back. Remember when we got the special editions and they gave us like a certain couple of cards?
Yep.
We need those back.
We do.
I mean, think about it. Some of the hard sought after cards can be super rares. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get the unlimited versions of certain cards. The prices go down $15. It's no harm done. Now, that takes care of 1/4 of the problem. The second part of the problem, I'm just saying, have a good participation perk for tournaments, which will go into my third thing that they need to do. See, some people just get the tournament pack or turbo pack. Why not booster packs? Like regular booster packs. I know it's like biting a bullet on this, but think about it. If you win, tournament pack. If you've gotten at least 2 wins, get a couple of booster packs, regular booster packs, there you go. But if you meet a certain criteria, or better yet, a point system for Konami. If you get a certain amount of points, like in any of your tournaments, they let you know, hey, you got this amount of points. You can cash them in for certain prizes. You can get like, if you save up enough, you can get a box of Yu-Gi-Oh! Or you can choose to get something else. That would help. And the last thing I propose that could actually help out people, and El Toro, you're going to probably agree with me on this. wouldn't it be a good idea that Konami actually helped the locals by acquiring cards? Like, let's say your locals.
Mm-hmm.
What if Konami looked at their data, looked at the ratio of cards that they were selling, gave them like 5 of each type of card to start off with of like a certain set. So if people can't pull them, they can buy them. Wouldn't that be a little bit better? I know I'm sounding like some sort of utopian guy right now, but that would actually help selling and it would help the locals. Plus, it would actually cut down on the scalpers.
Yeah.
But then I see where people will be like, well, that won't necessarily work because, but hear me out. With Konami backing up stores, getting the product in, let's say the locals could actually order the cards that they're looking for. Not going through like secondary market. I mean, straight from Konami.
Yeah.
And say it's actually going for this person. That would help. Now, all these things are good ideas and could work on paper. But, you know, certain people will probably be like, no, we need the secondary Yu-Gi-Oh market.
Yeah.
But the secondary Yu-Gi-Oh market is kind of saturated, or you got people that are constantly buying it up when it's low. Then when a ban list happens, they'll sell it high.
Mm-hmm.
And it's getting harder for people to actually get stuff. So I think if Konami could give a little bit more support to locals, it'll help benefit them too. Also bring back the special editions and have a point system where people can actually cash in for Konami. And at the same time, Konami will be making more money because more people want to do locals. That's a good idea.
That is a good idea. And I like that. I know that
Definitely.
one of my friends, Easy Mahe, sorry, my voice got it. Easy Mahe on Instagram has been wanting this to happen. And I think it should happen. They should bring back the special editions, the unlimited cards, because again, it was good for the game. Now, I mean, you see what eliminating it has caused, and that was their goal, was to increase the value. I mean, they were not strangers in telling you what the strategy was behind that. Eliminating the special editions was going to help collectors because your cards are going to go up in value. It's going to be, you know, more, create a more, you know, the rarities will be more special. And it did. I mean, here we are, right? I like what you were talking about the tournament packs and everything. Now, when I used to play competitively, I would go Saturdays and Sundays. I would hit about probably 3 to 4 tournaments during a weekend. I would go hit up Showtime, a couple other stores, and it was interesting because certain stores would, when you would enter, if they were official stores, you would get a tournament pack just for entering. Then, if you actually placed, you know, one, I think it was top 2. You would get they would give you packs of the latest set or whatever set you wanted. Some weren't so nice, but others were. Showtime cards used to do that, but they would also give you store credit. You can kind of choose either one. And I talked about it recently. I would buy, you know, once I had all the cards I needed, I would just go get Magic the Gathering decks, that kind of stuff. But that would be, I don't know how it is now. Obviously, it's not like that because I see a lot of people when they win, they have the OTS tournament packs, which is cool, but there's not a lot of helpful stuff in there. If they were to start doing store credit again, or just a regular booster pack, lightning, what is it, King's Court, you won the tournament, you won 5 King's Court packs, awesome, cool, let me try my luck there, and whatever it is, or you won store credit, cool, I see that single in the case, I want it, I want to use that store credit towards that. I think that would help. But again, these days it's all about maximizing profits and greed. So I don't see a lot of stores doing that anymore. Obviously, they don't do it anymore. I haven't been to a tournament in years, so I don't know how it's done anymore. So if anybody wants to comment, let us know. Give us a message or comment in how it's done now. That would be cool. Prodigy, what do you think, man? Any solutions for the what we're talking about?
Yeah, I gave up all hope until Joker said what he said. I mean, those are pretty good ideas. I can't lie. I mean, I'd say that stores do need to be supported, but at the same time, if people were getting their stuff directly from Konami, I think a whole bunch of issues when it comes to stores surviving would be an issue also.
The other thing I want to add is this. The reason why I say the points should come from Konami into the stores, that way the stores can do their store credit. But then Konami will have people having more of an interest in entering in their tournaments. And let's say some people can't go to like Shonen Jump or whatnot.
Yeah.
Or YCS. But they can generate enough of the points to actually get like Lost Art cards or like El Toro. What's a card of old that you'd like to have? Like something that you missed out on, but you want.
That's hard for me because I actually have all the old cards. But let me just throw one out there. Mechanical Chaser.
Okay, let's say that Konami has a super rare Mechanical Chaser, but it costs 500,000 Konami points. Now, you enter in a tournament for Konami. We'll say it's 500 points, and then for every win is another 500 points. A loss is only 50. Now, by the time you keep on generating the points and everything, save up to get the card. People will say, well, that'll take too long. Okay, regionals will take 1,000 points. 500 for win, 100 for loss. YCS, 10,000 points. So on and so forth. See how this is going? You'll be wanting to play more tournaments, spending more money, and Konami will sit here and be like, okay, we're banking on this. They want the points. All right, here's your card. Keep playing in the tournaments. We'll put another card on the roster, so on and so forth. And stores, they ain't got to worry about, okay, now that you got all this stuff, you want to spend some of that store credit for these cards. They can actually do it, but if Konami's backing up the stores won't take too much of a heavy hit because they're backed by Konami. If the store takes a hit, it's mainly because Konami's not giving them product. But at the same time, they can get that revenue back up for Konami. So it's not like anyone's really losing the money. It just be supply, demand, supply, demand. It's basic economics on that part.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I like that.
Well, for me, here's the thing. Oh, go ahead.
No,
Yeah, also, here's the thing. Like, I mean, if people were to buy directly from Konami, like, I mean, there's a lot of websites that do it. Like, for example, let's say Dragon Shield, they sell their products on their website for like MSRP, whatever. But there's other stores that sell that same product, of course, because they buy it from them in bulk. So imagine stores, local stores that can't get that support from Konami. You know, they're selling they're buying it at a big price, and they're selling it. They're selling a box that's $50 for $75, and you know that's how they survive. You know. But if as a buyer, you go, you know what? Forget my locals. I'm gonna go to Konami. I'm gonna buy this for $50, $49.99 because that's how much it actually costs. And everybody's doing the same thing. I feel like locals will eventually suffer, especially the ones that's not like OTS stores. You know, I mean, even OTS stores have to pay rent too. So I mean, like, you know,
yeah,
it's gonna be hard to like, you know.
I see where you're going.
I don't know. I mean, it's a hard topic to cover, but yeah,
it is.
All right. I will raise you this though. What if instead of them selling like the sets on Konami, they don't sell the sets on the Konami site? The sets and stuff still goes to like the locals and whatnot. Konami will sell like, let's say, cards from old turbo packs and all that stuff. Tournament prize cards that no one really cared, but they're still good for collector value. Stuff like that. Stuff that's out of rotation.
Yeah.
Those are the cards that Konami would sell, but locals will still get like the booster packs, the special editions, and all that. Like Mechanical Chaser or the McDonald's cards that you can't get anywhere, that's what Konami store would have for you.
Yeah.
And that's what your points would go to. Yeah, you would have to use points, not money, on the Konami store. Yeah. Only locals would be buying from the Konami store like that.
A good idea.
That would be fun. That would be fun. It would give people more incentive, especially your collectors, your nostalgia, whatever it is you want to have that card, you can get it. But again, it would require people to do the right thing by the player base, and we all know that doesn't happen because the almighty dollar takes precedence. So I like it. And again, the other thing is who's to say? I mean, with all the stories we've heard about locals scalping, their regulars with OT, they're scalping the OTS packs, weighing them, keeping them. Who's to say they wouldn't do that with these anyway? It's hard, man. It's hard to find the good locals. And Prodigy, I liked what you said about, how, if Konami did that, then yeah, people would leave locals out. That may, in that scenario, that's a good point. But even now, a lot of them are doing it with, buying from the sellers on Instagram. The ones who do the pre-orders. Get your cases for $600 or get your boxes for $60. And me personally, I've done that in the past where I've gotten something cheaper. Awesome James. I bought my Ghost from the Past display box from him at a very, very, very good price. You did as well, Prodigy. And I stopped in a couple of local stores, and man, they just wanted way too much. And I said, well, I'm glad I bought it from Awesome James. But you go back a week later, and all their Ghosts from the Past at that higher price is completely sold out. So right now, they don't have a problem with moving product. Nobody does at the moment. Even the trash decks, like the Egyptian God decks, which are being bought out in the thousands and used as investments. Everything's being bought out right now. It's insane, regardless of how good or bad it is. So it's an interesting point in the game right now. I do see a lot more people again moving to Digimon. I hope that after hearing people hearing Joker talk about how he's using a $65 deck or $80 deck, whatever it is, $80, right?
Technically, it's 65.
65. Thank you. I knew I heard that. You have a $65 deck in a new game that's exciting, that's gaining momentum. You went and you won 2 tournaments already with that deck, and you're beating $400+ decks. People listen to that. Digimon, it may seem expensive, and it is, but if Joker is winning with a $65 deck, I would hit him up and ask him what deck he's using. Build that deck.
Black purple.
Play.
Deck profile coming soon, Joker?
Yeah.
Deck profile?
Yeah. And the funny thing is, the deck doesn't look like it would win until you realize that there's a certain combo to it.
Yeah.
And
Mystic Mind
it's
combo?
like, well, it kind of is. One of the monsters, one of the Digimon says that you can only gain memory through the effect of a tamer. So basically, you can't really climb up with that on the field. I just leave that at its base level and just climb with the other stuff. And it's like, okay, you got to hurry up and kill that first. But because I spent all this hard, memory, basically life points or whatever you want to call it, I spent all that to get 2 cards on the field. Now I'm climbing. You have to use some of your higher end stuff to kill it off. Now, you're giving me all this memory, all this resources in order for you to get rid of 2 cards. And now I just come in with my big bad monster and just go, hey, that was all fine and dandy. Now you die. And the thing is, one of my biggest, baddest monsters in the deck is $2. Literally, it's $2.
That does sound like Mystic Mind when people spend all their resources trying to kill Mystic Mind. or like you were saying earlier, Prodigy, Spirit Reaper back in the day. That card, couldn't be destroyed by battle, whatever it was.
At all. You couldn't get it off the field, guys.
You'd have to target it with something. So you'd waste what is it, Snatch Steel or Change of Heart or whatever, something that targeted it and it was instantly gone. So
Book of Tayu.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Proxy Cards.
Yeah. There were ways, but you would have to spend those resources on that one annoying card, or else your hand was going to disappear quick. You're going to lose the game. But hey, one of the things I forgot to show off was the Rubicon Gaming Designs playmat that I recently picked up. The alternate art IP Masquerena. I don't know if I can fit it all in front of the camera.
Beautiful.
So very awesome. My kids actually
That's good right there.
They legit did take the field centers, which are metal. I did post a video about it that's kind of showing them off. So check out those guys, the Rubicon Gaming Design, they have a lot of unique stuff. Deck boxes. They're coming out with some really cool Ash Blossoms. So yeah, very, very cool designer. Let's wrap it up. Let's
do it, guys.
For the viewers and listeners who want to follow you, Mr. Prodigy, where can they find you?
Guys, you can find me on Instagram at Unfound Prodigy, Twitter, Prodigy_Unfound, and YouTube, Unfound Prodigy, guys. Don't forget the Undisputed Combo podcast. Make sure you give us a listen.
Yes, and follow him on Twitter. I see, a lot of good thoughts being tweeted on there. And if I apologize, if I was more active on Twitter, I would respond. But most of the time, I just scroll looking for drama news to talk about on the podcast. Joker, what about you?
Well, everybody can find me at Shadowhaunt Joker on my YouTube channel and on Twitter. But mainly, I just don't post that much on Twitter, but you can talk to me in my DMs. It's cool. Ask me anything. I'll talk about market if you want to. And you can find me at Silver-Eyed Poet on Instagram, where I'm just there, just having a ball. Sometimes you'll see that I'm cooking something. So there's that. And you won't find me on Facebook. Trust me. I'm not there. I don't care.
Yeah, no, definitely. These guys have a lot of good stuff to say and a lot of stuff to show off. I like the meals that you post. They always make me hungry. Colby, who again
on the Undisputed Combo.
Yes, on the Undisputed Combo podcast. That dude Colby, you can find him on the channel here. He does deck profiles on the Undisputed Combo podcast. TDC_YGO on Instagram. Pick his brain on strategies, combos, decks, whatever it is. He loves to talk about that stuff. _Todo Fuerte on Instagram. That's my only real active platform aside from the audio that you're hearing, or on YouTube, Team Fuerte Gaming. I'm about due for a name change soon anyway on that. But guys, thank you again, Colby. Appreciate you. Everybody else, we appreciate you listening. We appreciate you watching. Take care of each other out there. Be humble. Don't be weird. Have fun playing the game.